All right, and of course, this week for our coin toss, there was something, well, a little exciting that happened here in Chicago for the fourth time in the last, 6 years, whatever it is, 7 years. The Chicago Bears have a new coach, and the coaching carousel continues in the NFL. Delilah, I'm going to go to you obviously first. You and I are both Bears fans, but we got the guy that everybody thought we should get. Like, that was like the thing, like, let's get Ben Johnson, let's go get Ben Johnson, and now we have Ben Johnson. So how do you feel about this? Give me everything you got on Ben Johnson and how you feel about all this.
I'm cautiously optimistic as a longtime Bears fan. I'm just always set up and then I'm hurt every season. So I'm hoping he could be the answer. I know I've been paying attention to everybody saying he's the one who come over here, fix everything, even though we've seen what happens when coordinators are given a head coaching position. It doesn't always pan out the way we think it's going to pan out. But I hope he is. I hope he's what everybody's telling me he is. So I'm hoping for the best. Like I said, cautiously optimistic. So I'll just keep carpetbagging for a while.
Yeah. I believe you.
That's going to be my approach.
Yeah. No, it's really, because again, I every year we have, like, every time we get a new coach, we have this conversation, and it's like, all right, optimism abounds, but one of the things that I did read and that I did like, I'm not going to lie, one of the conditions apparently of Johnson coming here was that McCaskey and Kevin Warren would not be involved in the football itself decisions. That would be between him and Ryan Poles. And that was one of the things he apparently asked for. And obviously they gave it to him because he's here. So that, to me, that also, though, sets up well, okay, I get that. So now we're going to see how good Ryan Poles is and how good you are. Because now you're entrusted with this team. They gave you what you wanted. Because, let's be honest, as much as I know Caleb is a raw talent and the kid is good, he needs some work and he needs to be developed as an NFL quarterback.
Yeah.
And so that's Johnson's job to me, first and foremost. Yes, we have to fix the O-line. We got to get another edge rusher. I get all that. But you have to make sure this kid starts to develop as an NFL quarterback, doesn't get sacked 60 times again this season, even if it's his fault. Those kind of numbers you just can't have if you're going to be successful at all. And it's just, so yeah, like you, I'm cautiously optimistic. I'm happy because I feel like just seeing Johnson the last few years and working with that Lions offense, the guy obviously has tricks up his sleeve as well. Like the guy, it's hard not to be excited about this. And, again, but he is a first-time NFL coach. So again, but this time the difference to me, we're paying him, from the reports, upwards of $13 million a year, which is $5 million more than most first-time head coaches even sniff. So the fact that you did that, this guy needs to, I'm just being honest, he needs to come in and produce. Like, you're paying him more than you would pay him a regular first-time coach. Yeah, I get it. Detroit's won the last few years, and that's a credit to him also, outside of Dan Campbell and Aaron Glenn. So you've done everything that Bears fans have wanted you to do now. Let's get in the draft, get that 10th pick. Let's get our other picks. We have like 8 or 9 picks already in this draft. So, if you can't come out with a solid line and another edge rusher, then I got to believe Ryan Poles is part of the problem. So, again, I'm optimistic, I'm happy, but let me go to the non-Bears fans. Let's see what you guys think. Tina, we'll go with you first. How do you feel about Ben Johnson and the Bears hiring him?
Well, I think it was probably a bidding war between Detroit keeping him and the Bears getting him. So that's what kept driving the price up. And you know what? Maybe he'll turn out good for you guys because he came up underneath Dan Campbell, who Dan was not a head coach before he was in Detroit.
Right.
And they did a really good job in Detroit. So question's going to be is, and this is typical of a lot of Chicago sports fans, how patient are you going to be? about this.
Well,
because
I think even the last 6 years, you know how patient we are. But yes, I get your point. Yes.
I'm hoping it's a little bit more than absolutely zero for the top four. It's like if it's not instantaneous, there's a certain part of the Chicago fan base of all the sports, not just it's a Chicago thing, that it's just like if it's not an immediate change, people are just like, I said it. And so I mean, they gotta give these guys time, but I understand the frustration. How many years has it been since you guys have been in the postseason?
Well, postseason 5 years, because we did go the 1 year with Mitch. Remember, double doink? What was that? 18, 19?
Yeah.
5 years ago. Yeah, I think it was 5 years ago. So, yeah, 5 seasons ago. So I mean, yeah, it's very frustrating. I mean, we haven't, obviously been to a conference championship game since 2007 when we went to the Super Bowl. So people are, now obviously our last Super Bowl win was '85. So I mean, yeah, people are hungry here in Chicago for some winning, attitude. And like I said, I just got to hope that he comes in. They draft well, they fix what they need to fix, and at least we can start to improve on 5-12. I mean, last year we had a better record with less. This year, you got to blame the coaching for why we went 5-12. Whatever that happened. So now you've got your man. You've got, and again, there's a report that we're bringing in Dennis Allen to be our defensive coordinator. The old, he was fired in New Orleans as the head coach, but I don't think you can argue with his credentials as a defender. And Handy, obviously being a Falcons fan, you saw this guy's defense twice a year. I mean, what do you think about Dennis Allen, being the defensive coordinator for the Chicago Bears? Oh, can't hear you, buddy. Sorry.
Glad he's not in the NFC. Sure, wet. My mouth does not want to work now. Glad he's not in the NFC South anymore. I won't say he's a world beater. I mean, we did some good things this year against them. Unfortunately, it was all for naught. Thanks, Captain Kirk, a lot. Anyway. The light bulb was burned out 3 games ago. Should have changed it. Thanks, Coach. Anyway, I don't know. You know what? I'm going to have to wait and see because, I mean, there have been cases where there are certain coaches that you can take from here and put them over here and they flourish, and you put them over here and they flourish. And there's some guys that can flourish over here, and then you take them and you put them over here, and it's like from sugar to you know what. So yeah. I got to the point where I just kind of want to wait and see. I think it would definitely be. I'm gonna have to wait and see on that one, but okay. I will definitely say that the Saints always play us tough, but they definitely gave us a little bit of gruff, with him, in New Orleans. So I think that's a good acquisition for the Bears.
Yep. I'm hoping so too. Again, I know Eberflus did have the defense playing at the end of last year, and that kind of probably saved his job for this year. And then still, what happened, and yeah, we all know.
It was the beard. They didn't like it.
Yeah, I guess so. They maybe it's the the Hard Knocks thing. They tried to pump us up, and look what happened. We don't need to be doing those things. Like, we don't need to be distracted with that kind of stuff. We just need to go in and play and do our thing, and that'll be it. But maybe
they needed to market to a younger market, because all the little kids love their pumped up kicks. So hey,
oh, great! Foster the People reference on the Roundtable, folks. I bet you never expected that one, now did you? There you go. Right, leave it to Handy. The obscure references abound on this show, folks, and I hope you love them all.